Hello, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition Chronicle Vancouver Adjacent by Night. As a warning, this is a mature game and it explores some dark and troubling themes. These may include body horror, which there's probably going to be a lot of it in this episode, I'm not going to lie. Gore, yeah. Violence, sure. Loss of character agency, most certainly. Gaslighting, mind control, and many others. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. The players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams are available on YouTube after the game, so you can always come back to an episode when you feel ready. Or you can skip ahead to the next episode because some of this might get a little intense tonight, which is why we're giving a little bit of extra caution. This could go completely and utterly sideways, and if it's too much for you, definitely step away. This could get pretty bad. So, thank you for our wonderful host and sponsor, Level Up Dice, for giving us the opportunity to share a story with you. Please support them by purchasing their exquisite dice or by spreading the word about them on social media. And this one is going to be the Gangrel dice, and that's probably wickedly out of focus, and I have no idea. So go pick them up. They'll be over there in the chat. Am I aiming in the right direction? I think so, yes. Probably. And our new sponsor for Season 3 is Dogmite Games. So Dogmite Games is the best gaming company you've ever heard of. They combine craftsmanship with artistry to create truly unique pieces of functional art for your game. From dice boxes and rolling trays to fully sculpted Valhalla screens for GMs, each piece is created on-site in their workshop in Michigan by a devoted team of craftsmen. And I forgot to start the timer, but here we go. It's on now. And we have these, which are absolutely amazing. These are the player pads for the Vampire the Masquerade, and my light is all over the place. And there we go. You can put the hunger tracker on there, of which, you know, a lot of people are probably going to get a lot of hunger this particular episode for no apparent reason. I'm not going to mention why just yet.
Everything is fine.
Everything is awesome.
Everything's gonna be fine. Like, it's okay.
Sort
Charlie
of.
and Elena are there now.
Oh, good.
Never a source of trouble, those two.
I'm sorry, between us, who's the one who are drinking the blood smoothie?
Right?
Not me right now.
The evil blood smoothie?
Hey. I was
Ready.
peer pressured into it.
Yeah, who placed the order for the evil blood smoothie?
So, when last we saw our intrepid coterie, they were kind of split ever so slightly. Charlotte had the idea of going up to and this is where the body horror thing comes in. There's a ghoul that lives on one of the floors of Charlotte Industries, and Charlotte went up to pay a visit to said ghoul and their owner, their dominator, and said ghoul basically takes up the entire floor of Charlotte Industries. It is a flesh-crafted monstrosity that is very large and doesn't really have the longest of short fuses. So if combat breaks out, it might, manifest some body horror-esque type things, which is why we're giving a lot of advance warning for anything that could happen during this episode. So in coming up there, Charlotte was convinced by Alexandru, the ghoul's owner, that she should take the Baldery, which is the blood-enriched joining of the Sabbat. It links the various pacts together. And Cassandra decided to go up to try to talk to Charlotte because Charlotte was having a not very good couple of days and was also talked into doing the Baldery. Harley was then summoned up to participate and mix his blood in with everyone else. And at the end of the last episode, which you can see on YouTube, the link should be over there somewhere popping up, Charlie and Elena, through a, dexterous Toreador texting, were warned that something was happening up on the Trevor floor. Trevor is the giant, kind of floor-sized ghoul. And at the end of the episode, Charlie and Elena came through the elevator door as Cassandra was just about to partake in the blood of her new pack, I'm going to say, because it's not quite solidified till the slurp is done. And that is where we're going to start off this particular episode.
And the moment we come through the elevator, seeing the cup to lips, Charlie just goes, "Everybody stop."
Rouse strength.
Already.
Cassandra, don't.
Sandra, please put it down.
Alexandru straightens up and goes, do the rest of your coterie wish to join
I
as
said
well?
stop.
Cassandra, drop it.
And I look over at Charlotte.
Just
Cassandra,
listening
please
to them
drop
gotten us
it.
so far.
Cassandra, you don't have any control over yourself anymore.
And I'll look to Charlotte. This is your idea, then? And I'll look to Alexandru. Or is this yours?
Well, it was partially your idea, actually.
What was it? To give yourself over willingly to the Sabbat?
To achieve our goals.
No.
Wait. How did this achieve your goal of not being under anybody's control anymore, Charlotte?
It's a good question, but it's a step in the right direction.
Is it?
It is.
Is it really? Because
Yes, it is.
to me, it seems like you are asking for more control. You're asking for dedicated people that you cannot exert any will over.
Moving
You're asking
closer to
for-
Cassandra.
You're asking for control over yourself from this group enforced. Cassandra, please put the cup down.
Cassandra, don't do it. Just drop it. Trust me, drop it, please.
I put my hand on Cassandra's shoulder.
I don't think we can hear any of that.
You're muted, babe.
I'm not. My
You're good now.
microphone just broke.
We can hear you now.
Oh, there we go.
You're good now.
Hooray!
Yeah.
You guys told me to make up with Charlotte again. This is what we're doing, apparently.
Giving yourself to a magical blood bond is not making up and making nice.
No.
You're the one that told me how bonds affect you. You want that with a group party? Put the cup down.
Rousing prowess.
The cup on the down. Put the cup on the ground, Cassandra.
I don't think I can do this. And I kind of hold it out towards the Sabbat.
I take the cup.
Harley, put it away from them.
That is unfortunate.
I am not following Charlie's orders.
Are you bringing it closer to Charlotte and Cassandra?
I'm just
Oh, he's
holding
just
it
holding
there.
it.
I just
Bring
said,
the
I said,
cup
put
to
it, I
me.
said put it away from them. So either
Bring
way.
it to me.
I don't
Bring
do-
me the cup.
I don't do that either.
I'll just look to Alexandru and next to them. We aligned with you for a specific purpose. Mutual purpose. Continuing to push your will onto us.
Oh, there is no pushing.
A knife
did
coated
come
with
here of
honey is
my
still a
own.
knife.
I did come here of my own volition.
We will get to do that later.
If there was pushing, Cassandra would be force-fed. As you can see, that is not happening.
No, you're just happy to do it away from reasonable influence.
You would consider yourself a reasonable influence.
I think somebody not wanting to do a cult blood bond is reasonable influence. Especially not one that is immediately imbalanced in your favor off the bat, sold as the joyfulness of the group, like you were telling us all those months ago.
And he takes the cup from Harley,
I hand it over.
hands it over to Charlotte.
Charlotte, if you don't want people controlling you, how do you think you're going to feel when a bishop shows up?
Okay, maybe it is backtracking a little bit.
I think it's worse than if we just abandoned the entire plan and you just stayed under the heel of Davenport.
Or to me, it kind of feels like I'm going from heel to heel to heel. Because as soon as something weird starts happening around this coterie, everybody starts looking at me.
I immediately go to Charlotte's side.
Oh! I didn't even mean to do that.
Happens.
Ooh, I didn't mean to do that.
Do you want to retcon that?
No.
No.
Like,
Okay.
That's too good. Because as all of you guys know, this is exactly what happens when I say that word. But somebody else is poking around in Harley's skull, isn't it?
I'll look over at Alexandru and Nixon.
I've talked to them. That
Oh,
doesn't
don't.
seem to be any kind of qualification of being a Sabbat.
Don't look at us. We already have a connection with Harley.
That's why I'm looking at you.
Rousing corrosive vitae.
I'm tired of this connection.
See, you can be tired of the connection all you want. But if someone chooses to partake, that is entirely up to them.
You didn't really choose, though. You didn't really give him a choice. You gave him an ultimatum. You do this or you don't leave.
Oh, we never told him he couldn't leave. We
Harley
totally
was going to
gave
walk
him
away
the
just
choice.
fine if you didn't do that with you.
It was up to
Scot-free.
him.
No, answer the question, Alexandru. Were you going to let him go unharmed if he didn't take the Valdry with you? Stop dancing around it like a fucking MLM seller or a lawyer.
If he had chosen to leave, he would have been able to leave.
Without your influence, without harm.
Without harm.
Notice you picked one of those. You don't give a
If he-
choice.
If he thought that he was going to be harmed, that is entirely his decision. We knew that eventually most of you would come around.
Come around.
Nobody is coming around to this.
Aren't they, though?
No.
They're not coming around. They're finding themselves broken and directionless, and you're preying on them.
Are we?
Yes.
You are presenting a facade of what this could be for them. You're not actually telling them what it is. You're not actually telling them what happens when you do this. You are trying to pretend that you're giving them answers to something that they're looking for. That Charlotte doesn't want to be controlled by anybody, yet you're giving her this, saying that this is a way for her to break free of control when it's not. It is putting her under even more control.
And you know that, don't you?
Is it?
You know that, don't you?
This allows her to be free of the constraints of the Camarilla and the Anarchs.
Putting her behind the Sabbat is what it's going to do. It's not going to be free of anything. It's going to make it worse. It is going to put her in part of the most hated sect that there is.
We're all playing at being Primogen, Alexandra. You think we don't know how to lie by omission? You don't think we recognize what you're doing?
If you think I'm omitting something, that is entirely your decision, and it is more Camarilla propaganda than anything.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong and mean it.
You're very wrong.
Great. Then how is being under control of the Sabbat, aka bound to you, Nixodon, and under the control of a bishop whenever you get one of those again?
Oh, the bishop left ages ago. He is not part of this Valkyrie. It is all between all of us. We are all equals in this.
Except for the fact that you two are generations above us, and that doesn't come with an equal footing, does it?
In the Valkyrie, it does.
Bullshit.
Hey, Harley, how do you feel? You feel all equally balanced?
I am standing there stone-faced and silent by Charlotte.
I'm just gonna look. I'm asking the question anyway.
What, can he not answer? Are you not going to let him
Oh, this
answer the
isn't me.
questions? Because obviously you're full of shit.
Harley, you can
believe
answer.
Whatever you want.
What was the question?
Do you feel equally balanced in this relationship with Nixodon and Alexandru?
Can I go home, please?
Do you feel equally balanced in this relationship? You don't have to be awful about them. You don't have to tear them down. You just need to tell me. Do you feel like this is a fair and balanced relationship?
I'm ignoring Charlie. I'm looking directly at Alex. Can I go home, please?
I'll look to Charlotte and go, how's that
Cassandra,
for balanced?
ETC. Is that what you wanted, Cassandra?
No.
That's what I thought.
I'll look to Alexandra and go, now tell me I'm wrong again.
It wasn't I that had Harley react in a certain way. And
That's
Harley,
not
you
what I
can
said.
go home.
That's not what I said. But you know that.
Okay, I was told to go home, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
You were told you can go home, yes.
I'm leaving right now. I'm out the fucking door.
Yep.
Elevator or stairway?
Stairway.
Okay.
I think maybe we should all go home.
Come on, Cassandra. Elena's gonna extend her hand.
And I'm gonna look at Charlotte again.
Please, Cassandra.
Only if she's coming too. We're not just abandoning people. We're not just
I'm
leaving
trying to
behind.
abandon her, but I really, really think that you need to come with me because she is clearly trying to make up her own decisions. And I don't want you to be part of something that you don't understand like that because she wants to use a friendship card.
I'm not making her do anything.
No, she's not. It's Charlotte's decision and Charlotte's decision alone, which is why, Cassandra, if you don't want to be here and be part of this, you can go.
Please, Cassandra. Don't do this.
The choice is ultimately yours, Cassandra.
I just want us to be a family.
This is
All
not the
of
way.
us.
This isn't how you do that.
Isn't it?
Would you
Sorry,
shut
ma'am.
up already?
That's how you do it. It's not.
Elena, there was someone that we had known for quite some time. Someone who, let's say, brought you across. They were very important. And if they saw the way you were acting right now, they would be extremely disappointed.
You know, from what she's told me, they brought her across to save her
They did.
from twisted bastards who like to use other people for their own gain.
The Camarilla, yes.
It's amazing how similar you can be. I think he'd be just fine with her.
You clearly don't know him.
You clearly don't know Elena.
I can see that being a vampire is taking its toll on Elena. You don't want to be part of this whole protecting humans thing when you have your others to protect. You have your coterie. You have your pack to protect. You want to protect them. You want to know if they're in danger. You want to help them in the only way that a La Sombra can.
Stop it. Stop it. That is quite enough.
Am I lying?
Doesn't matter if you're lying. You're
From
being
what I-
mean to her on purpose because you
I'm
want
not
to
being
upset
mean to her at
and
all.
that's not being a family.
I am telling her that she has a means at her disposal to protect her family, to know if they're in danger, to react, to have more of a connection with them. And it's
No,
taking a toll on her. I can see it.
no, you're pointing out something that is distressing her, and you're continuing to do it even after she told you to stop. I think Cassandra's right. You're being a dick.
Harley kicks open the door of the stairwell, enters the room.
Back into this room?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Elena, let's go. Now.
Everybody please leave.
I'm going to cross over to Elena at this point as well and take her hand now.
She's gonna grab Cassandra and she's just gonna look back at Charlie, kind of almost helplessly, just
Let's go. Let's all go. All of
Doing
us.
so would have cost Harley another willpower point.
Yep.
Be right there, and I'll look to Charlotte and go, are you coming with us?
I will go.
These-
Charlotte,
Just weighing my options, I feel like I need to start looking at this more of, you guys love to call it a family and say how much you care about each other. And then whenever we get to this point, you want to talk about your feelings and how we shouldn't treat each other the way that we continue to treat each other. But I'm just starting to feel like I'm worried that this is just as much business as everything else. It's all transactional, isn't it?
It is. Thing is, though, you choose how much of it has to be.
I just feel like I'm here telling you exactly how I feel, exactly what I'm thinking, what I'm considering.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like everyone here is being honest.
Everybody else left?
I have no idea.
I'm still
no one
there.
actually.
I'm
yeah,
still there.
Harley's.
I think we're all kind of hanging
all
by the
still
door,
here.
kind of waiting.
Okay, I wasn't sure. It sounded. I thought
I'm
Elena
right
said,
there with Harley. Like I've got Cassandra's hand and I've got Harley, and I'm like right there, like kind of clutching both of them.
You see the veiled form of Nixodon kind of glance over at Harley, and Harley just stops dead in his tracks.
No,
I'll look
go,
at Nixodon.
go.
I'll look at Nixodon and go, you don't want to do that right now.
I'm pushing Harley out, like
He's-
forcefully.
Pack. He stays.
No, he's my pack, and I'm pushing him,
I'm resisting.
And I'll look,
potenting your ass down the fucking stairs,
and I'll
man.
look to Alexandra and go, what was that about choice again?
Oh, he has choice,
And I'll point to Nix.
but he must answer for his crimes.
And I'll look to Charlotte and go,
Yeah,
And
you
that's-
didn't say anything about answering to crimes.
that's
But
where
you were all about better PR.
No, they're the same as they've always been. And I'll turn and just stare at both Alexandru and Nixon and go, Charlotte, please help them get Harley out of this room and away.
I just
Harley,
pushed
heal.
him out. I pushed
Go.
him out of. Used potence, and I pushed his ass down the stairs.
I have
He's tumbling down the stairs currently.
Yeah, he's- yeah.
2 with prowess app. I have strength of 4. This is not going to go
This-
well.
Yeah, this is going to be a contested strength roll.
That's fine. I'm got pretty high on there too. So let's go, buddy.
You also
So
just got heal. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Actually, Patrick, what were you just saying?
Okay, all right. So hold on. I need to pause here for a second. All right,
Sure.
I've got a Vinculum 9 with Nyx.
Mhm.
I am in this contested athletics roll with Elena, and I have now just been.
Is that going to be kind of a thing? Because as soon as Nick said that you were pack, I said that you were mine, and I pushed you. I just full force potenced your ass down the stairs.
Yeah, you would resist that.
Okay.
All right.
Strength
right.
and athletics for everybody.
Adding potence to it.
Don't add the potence dice yet.
Don't
that'll
add them
be
yet? Okay.
Yeah, that'll be added to your successes.
Okay. Yay. We're good.
I'm not pushing anyone.
I'm not even near them. I'm standing staring at Nixodon and Alexandru.
Okay. I have 4, and one of those is a crit.
I haven't even gotten my dice together yet. Hold on.
Or
I have 4, one of those is a crit, and I have 2 potence.
so that'd be the 6th beat.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
And potence rating,
Potence of 2.
so that's 5.
5.
So you're pushing him, like you're kind of pushing him back, but he is very much resisting. Like you're moving him more into where the stairwell is.
I mean, yeah, 6 to 5.
He's probably like actively digging trenches
he's-
through the concrete.
Arms of the airman
Through
to latch on
Trevor,
and
but okay, sure.
Well,
arms
hold
of
on.
the armon.
Well, what about? Okay, I'm just along for the ride here. All right.
I am gonna activate the arms of the airman to help.
That would be a
Like-
rouse check.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. I'm hungrier.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Yeah, and you hear in the back of your mind, Elena,
Not right now.
oh, now is the perfect time.
No, it is not. You need to shut up now. I'm busy.
You should stay.
What?
You need to stay. This is why I embraced you. do you actually physically stop trying to push Harley at this point?
I freeze for like a second, but I'm gonna try to continue to push.
Arms are still up because you're roused.
Yeah, the arms
Yeah.
still come out of nowhere.
I still have him, and it's just like
However,
Rouse Dex. I'm going to soaring leap to dodge.
I got you wrapped in fucking arms, yo. I'm holding you, motherfucker.
Okay.
Not letting you go without a fight.
as it comes to more of a just pushing someone, it's actually become more of a physical conflict. So at that point, Elena's submerged directive kicks in. That was given to her by her sire.
Actually, if it's a physical conflict, then Harley's submerged directive is going to kick in.
Ooh, yeah.
Stop dominating each other.
Oh.
Because he's endangering himself and potentially everybody else.
Yes.
So whatever is about to happen with Elena, Harley crumbles on the floor.
Harley crumbles and into pain on the floor. And Elena, you're just about to wrap Harley with your arms of Araman, and your brain just kind of freezes. You stop. The submerged directive of not wanting to fight any member of the Sabbat kicks in.
Charlotte, we have to go now, please.
I know what that looks like.
And I'll turn around and look.
That looks like what I do.
Don't look at me. I didn't do that.
And she's not Sabbat.
We need to go right now.
Elena.
What?
In an effort to de-escalate the situation, how are you feeling?
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Are you still in pain, Harley?
No, because I'm taking one more willpower damage to fight through Charlie's bullshit. I'm soaring, leaping. I'm trying to get Elena the fuck out of here.
Elena is frozen at the moment. Like, she just can't.
Whatever I need to fucking do to make this fucking pop off, I'm fucking doing it.
Just grab her and jump.
Yeah, let's go with strength and athletics. You're trying to aim for the stairwell, I'm assuming.
No, I
brokenish open door.
Well, I figure I collapsed maybe at the top of the stairwell.
Yeah.
Whatever she's doing, I don't know if she's gone into has she gone into the room yet?
Into the stairwell, no.
She's still in Trevor.
She was pushing you at the door.
All right.
You kicked open the door and you were coming in.
I'm gonna grab her by the shoulder. I'm gonna prowess her ass through. I'm throwing her down the stairs, down the stairwell.
Fair enough.
Someone's getting thrown down the stairs today.
As I'm getting thrown down the stairs, can I Doc Ock this shit and like use the arms to try to break my fall?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Let's do a strength and athletics for Harley, because Elena just became an improvised weapon that's thrown, and Elena to kind of have the arms snake down the stairway to try to make sure that you're not damaged. Let's go with a strength and oblivion.
That's a good roll for me. We're good. I'm good. That's a real good roll.
I was gonna say Dex and Oblivion, but it's like
a lot of red dice.
That would suck.
As long as I get a good go on the red dice, I'm good, or I don't get hungry.
Okay, 3 with,
a lot of red dice.
Prowess gives me 2 more, so 5.
5. Okay.
Point of order: is Elena rolling to catch herself or to resist?
She's rolling to catch herself.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
2, 3, 4.
She can't resist.
That's what I was saying.
6.
6. So Harley grabs Elena kind of around the shoulder.
I don't know if it matters, but one of my blood dice was the
No, it doesn't.
angry guy.
It doesn't for that. Okay. Yeah, it only counts if if you
All
don't
is
have any
dead.
successes, if it all
Oh,
fails.
good.
So Harley reaches around Helena with his arms around his arm around her shoulder, tosses her down the stairs, and the shadow tentacles that are weaving that were near Harley all go down the stairs to catch Elena and prevent her from taking any damage from the fall.
And I'm going along for the ride.
I'm just going to clench my jaw, look to Charlotte. If we go right now, I will explain everything, but we have to go right now.
That's all I wanted
Please.
to hear.
This happens a lot.
Stop talking. Charlotte, please.
And Charlotte is going to give back the cup, and she's going to head out.
Just going to look at Alexandria next to her and go, don't talk to them again.
How will you prevent that?
Don't talk to them again. You don't want the answer to the question you're about to ask.
Charlie, come on, let's just go.
I'll pivot and walk behind Cassandra and just slam the door behind us.
It takes a bit of effort to kind of semi-repair the door as it got kicked open by Harley, and it's kind of stuck in a bunch of fleshy bits on the floor. But eventually,
Yeah, I'm literally just planting my heel against it, and yanking it off, and then just slamming it. You're just walking down the stairs, just vibrating.
And let's do a vibe check. How's everybody feeling?
I'm
good.
I
I'm good.
Didn't TPK everybody.
I'm good.
We didn't die.
No, but Elena's got a new issue to deal with.
No one's happy.
And you may have just given a goblet full of
Oh, fuck.
3/5 of your blood to the Sabbat.
Yay! They're welcome to drink it.
It's not the drinking that I'm worried about them doing.
It could get bad.
Oh, yay.
I'm just walking down the stairs. I guess Charlotte's ahead of us a little bit, and Cassandra's there. Just,
We should all probably talk.
Good idea.
yes. Don't go up there again.
Just weighing my options. But you did say that you were going to be honest with me now.
I did.
Because I'm
Much more honest than they were to you.
I hope so. And I hope it wouldn't be such a low bar to clear. I'm just noticing patterns. I'm noticing things that I can do, but I clearly didn't do. I'm noticing they tend to happen whenever Harley interacts with Elena. I'm noticing that somebody cares about Elena, and I'm noticing somebody else who can make people forget things.
Who?
It's not just Elena. And I keep walking down the stairs to meet up with Harley and Elena. Everybody else.
It's not my place to say, Cassandra.
Elena's.
How far down the stairs you get thrown?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's like just the half a flight and then another half a flight in the opposite direction. So she would have kind of semi bounced off the just half a flight down the stairs, and then I'm assuming with Harley in tow, kind of hightailed it from there.
Okay.
So I'm with Harley wherever we are at the moment.
Yes.
Once we kind of gather ourselves, I hear them coming. We need to go home. Let's go. And I offer her my hand. We need to go home.
I'm gonna take his hand.
And I'm going hell bent for leather. I'm running as fast as I can. We are not going to our shared floor. I'm trying to take her back to the sewer haven.
All right. Yeah, I kind of figured that's where you meant by home.
Yeah.
About halfway there,
Oh God.
Harley stops dead and turns around.
What is going on?
I feel an odd compulsion to go back where you just were.
I'm gonna slap the shit out of him.
It breaks
Just
dominant, right?
snap out of it already.
As your hand goes up to slap him,
No, you're not.
you stop dead once again.
You're in a very, very bad position right now.
Who's pulling the strings? Is this even worth trying to roll off, or am I going to have to burn another one?
If you want to burn another one, you're free to. Yeah, that's bad.
All right. I'm taking one more. This leaves me with one. I'm not spending this last point. They're calling me back, and I can't stop myself. You gotta do something right fucking now.
I can't do anything. I can't do anything to do. I can't do anything. I can't knock his ass out or anything.
You can spend a willpower point
Yes,
if you want to
doing that to
knock
yeah.
the shit out of him.
I'm gonna do that
Fucking
to
stake
try
me!
to knock him out.
Stake me.
I don't have a fucking stake. No, I'm gonna attempt to spend a. I'm gonna spend a willpower to knock his ass out.
I'm assuming at this point you'd probably be in the sewer system. You could probably find a hunk of wood somewhere. It would be kind of
All right.
old and gross and beat up and
Gonna stake him then.
slime ridden, but you know, with your amount of potence, you could probably jury rig something.
I'm holding my arms out. You need to stake me, and we need some more help. Somebody just do it. Do it.
Strength and melee.
Yay!
Yay.
Don't yay that.
Yay?
There were
A
definitely
sarcastic
question
yay.
marks on that yay.
There was no question mark.
Oh wait! Compulsion. Charlie's fucking compulsion. This is
No.
fun to myself, isn't it? No.
This isn't harm. This is
Okay.
torpor, and you're preventing
Okay.
yourself from harming yourself or others.
Yes. All right. There we are. Fucking. Yep. Okay. I just wanted to. double check. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting.
In you kind of pick up a slime ridden, just kind of sort of hunk of wood.
And
You
just
drive it home, and Harley has now been staked.
I am going to collect myself and try to pull his ass to our home as much as I can. And she is not doing good.
You've got way more than enough potence to even just like grab him by a leg and drag him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take him home, and then I'm going to once we get in there, I'm going to shut the door and she is probably going to cry for a minute because she just staked her best friend.
Everyone else, where are you going?
I imagine we were going back down to like the boardroom where we thought, but then they're not there. There's good. We need everybody.
They said home.
I'll go to the elevator to go back upstairs.
Let's do a slight amount of fast forwarding on
Yep.
this.
And they're not there.
Yeah.
I'll look back to them.
You search everywhere. They are nowhere to be found on their particular floor.
They said
Cassandra
home.
just stays sitting in the boardroom.
He said home.
Charlotte, did you accompany Charlie to search for Harley and Elena?
Mhm.
Yeah. So you each split up,
Yeah.
and then
I
you
will-
meet back in the middle.
I will call Elena.
Elena, you're about to get a phone call.
Elena does not answer.
Then I call Harley.
Harley does not answer.
Yeah, but his phone is still ringing.
He got
Yeah.
wrapped up in arms. She was right. She interlocked with him. His phone's toast.
Mm-hmm.
His phone's toast.
I'm assuming Harley is smart enough tech-wise to have an OtterBox on your phone.
It's not that. It's the electrical.
Yeah, the La
Oh yeah,
Sombra.
the electrical. Yeah, that would have.
Yeah, Harley's phone's fried.
I'm just gonna. I'll call Elena again.
Ring dingy.
He's just sitting there redialing, just looking at Charlotte. Every time it like beeps through.
I will text Elena. Please come back. No emojis or anything.
Buzz, buzz, ring, ring.
She's gonna answer. What do you want?
Where are you? Are you safe?
I can't talk right now.
I need to know that you both are safe.
Harley is not going to be doing anything for a while, so I'm sure we're safe as we can be.
Where are you? Let us come to you.
We went home.
I thought he burned that place.
Just because you burn a place doesn't mean you actually burn a place. It's still here.
We'll be there shortly. I need
No,
to-
don't come here.
No, I need to make sure that
Don't
you're
come.
safe, and I need to level with everybody. So I'll be there shortly.
She's just gonna hang up.
Just be safe. They're at his old haven.
I'm not surprised.
Come on. We need to go to them.
I'll collect Cassandra.
Thank you. And thank you for listening.
Oh, I always listen. And then she heads down to get Cassandra.
Sandra is still in the boardroom.
Sandra's just sitting in the boardroom.
We have to go get them, or to them.
Where'd they go?
Home,
Oh, gross home. Okay.
gross home.
Cassandra gets up, world weary of all of this, and follows Charlotte.
She's gonna be real world weary when that Toreador thing kicks in. You're in the sewers.
Yay! I love the sewers.
Let's all burn willpower today.
So everyone is making their way, I'm assuming, to a limo of some sort.
Very quiet limo ride.
Charlie knows where that is because went there with Elena.
Yes. Actually, you dropped off the music box.
Yep, that
Which
too.
we revealed at a different episode.
Mhm.
YouTube.
Yeah,
God, that was like 20 years ago.
right?
Yeah. it's-
Yeah, like once we'll stop at like basically
That was
like
a
the
long
place-
time ago.
We'll stop at the place where I entered and whatnot. Just go this way. I'll just lead them.
Cassandra, how you feeling?
Probably real grossed out by all of this.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, although I did make it through the sewers that other time.
Yes, but you're -2 on any rolls.
Yeah.
Because the Toreador do not like getting ankle deep in human refuse.
Cassandra tiredly slogs through it. Like she's so over this, but obviously the dice penalty will still.
Yeah, and your shoes are gonna have to be tossed.
I'll just lead them.
They smell like Harley.
Ugh, it's the worst.
I'll lead them all the way to the door, which I will gently knock on before trying to open it.
And she is just kind of curled up with her legs and her chest, kind of rocking next to Harley.
Okay, open the door.
The scene that you see is, I don't know if you've actually been inside their old haven, but it is basically stripped bare. It's like it almost looks like the inside of a clay hut that is just concrete, barren walls. And Elena is sitting beside Harley, and the kind of drag pattern, you can definitely tell that she dragged him in and just dropped his leg, which she was dragging, and then just went over to a corner and started rocking back and forth.
And I'll just walk over and kneel in front of her. Did he attack you, or did you have to?
No. They wanted him to come back. And I couldn't let him go back, and he didn't want to go back.
I thought it would have prevented that.
And I don't know what to do.
I'll just gesture for Cassandra and Charlotte to come in. Just sit.
I will have a sit in this crappy apartment.
Is there anything to sit on?
Nope.
I'll stand.
You can tell that there was places where things were like kind of like the gray like cinder block thing that would hold up the four corners of the bed, but everything is gone, completely and totally wiped out.
Just look at Harley and just tap his shoulder a bit with my finger. So I know he's still like in there.
Just stop. Don't. Just don't.
I tried to stop him.
Everybody's tried to stop him.
I thought mine was gonna work. It did, but then it didn't.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Harley's pain isn't Sabbat related or Charlotte related to me.
What?
Explain, please.
After the Pentex incident with the werewolf blood and whatnot, I talked with Harley and I told him that he was putting himself and all of us in danger, continuing to act that way, and that if we were going to survive through this plan, he needed to stop. And instead, just look at him, knowing he can hear me. Instead, he said, I'm going to do what I have to do. And so I told him that if he put himself intentionally in harm's way and death's way, and did that to any of you, especially to you, that he wouldn't be able to move. Because he cared more about finishing the job than any of your safety, including his own. Even when I asked him to stop putting his life in danger, to stop putting your lives in danger, he cared more about that
You did this after he did the Valkyrie?
before. It was the day after, a couple days after, you drank the werewolf blood, and he tried to throw himself at you and kill himself just to stop you. Which was after he insisted that you go out front hunting in a building when you didn't have control over yourself, when I asked him and you to stop. He cares more about being a fucking bulldozer than anybody's well-being.
No.
He said it. He said he was going to do what he had to do, and I asked him to stop endangering all of us.
Charlie, you can't do that. You just can't do that. You and Charlotte both doing things like that. That is why we're in the position that we are in right now. You can't do that. You can't just control people like that. You can't just take control and think that you're doing the right thing because what you think is the best way to go.
I'm
You
not
can't just
losing
do that.
people
But
anymore.
you already are. Do you not see that?
Not.
Do you not see that? You're already losing us by him with this, and then Charlotte doing what Charlotte does, and that is exactly what is happening.
No, because if I hadn't done that, then he would have just walked off to the Sabbat instead of dropping.
He did it anyway. He walked right to the Sabbat and did the Valkyrie. And now he has zero choice.
And I don't understand
None.
why. And I don't understand why, because that's not
Because
supposed-
their hold can probably be stronger than whatever it is you're doing.
Then why did
When
it
it
work?
comes to him.
Then why did it work when he was going again? When you said he was going out on a mission, when he was going out on a job, we
Because
both know what it
wasn't
was.
for him. It was for me. It's a difference.
Especially you. Importance of words, importance of words, importance of words.
Yeah. You both cannot just go around and fuck with people's heads like that. It's not okay to do that to people, to the ones that you're supposed to care about like that. It's not supposed to. You can't determine what is okay and what is right and what is not right. You can't just do that.
You know what you're not
Charlie.
supposed to do for people that you care about, Elena? You know what you're not supposed to do? You're not supposed to be okay. I'm just literally just pointing at her. You're not supposed to be okay with their lives hanging in the balance just because you want to swing a fist at somebody. You're not supposed to be okay sending someone that is supposed to be his best friend into the line of fire when they don't have control of themselves. That's not what you're supposed to do, people you care about. You're not supposed to tell your friend who asks you to stop putting people in danger that you're going to do it anyway. That's not how a friend acts either.
But Charlie, that's exactly where you and I differ, because where I did as he requested, Harley, my friend who trusted me with his mind, you took that choice away from him, didn't you?
I gave him the choice to not put you all in harm's way, to not put you all in death's way.
You sound like a Sabbat.
You didn't give him a choice. You did exactly what they are doing.
No, I did give him a choice, and then he made his choice.
They gave him a
And then I
choice
took
too,
it.
remember? They gave him a choice too. And he made a choice with them. You took it away.
You're right. I should have let him throw himself into the next fire and die. I should have lost my friend. Because
She's just gonna slap him. Enough! I am done with all of this. This is just it.
Why couldn't you do that to him, Elena? I know it wasn't me. I know it wasn't Charlotte. So why couldn't you do that to him?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just I could hear it in my head. I couldn't do anything. I can't do anything.
To him?
I can't do anything to him or to them.
Did they get in your head? Or is it somebody else?
They seem to know her sire pretty well.
Your sire was Sabbat then? I guess it would make sense with the timeline.
Apparently. Either way, Harley and I are both in a whole lot of trouble. Because Harley cannot act against them so much. And
No, he can't.
I cannot either, apparently.
No, he can't. Even with me trying to stop it. I'm just gonna slide over like to like Harley's head and just like open his eyes to look, like just look, to have him look at me. I know that you're in there. You're going to forget about what I did. And I'm going to use Cloud Memory on him with a Submerge Directive to override the previous one. To take away the collapse into harm.
Oh,
Okay.
you're a monster.
You can't just erase them. You have to... It's like computers. You overwrite it.
Somebody's
Who
gonna
else
have
have
to-
you done it to?
Maximilian, but it's not a problem anymore. I told him to not tell anybody about what we were doing because he knew. But he's dead now. So there we go.
Somebody's gonna have to defrag Harley's brain.
Pretty much
Right.
mine only affects the previous one that I did, and it just so he's back to square one on that one. Everything else is still in place. I did not override Charlotte's.
Okay, a serious point of order here.
You're still awake in torpor.
Well, yeah, no, I'm talking previously because you during that there was you did Cloud Memory to wipe the conversation happening
Yes.
and the Submerge Directive. So did you
Yes.
leave the conversation wipe in place?
Yes, because you can't undo Cloud Memory.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you can't undo Cloud Memory. But
You can create new
but
ones.
you heard me say what you did, and I did not erase that.
You didn't get the conversation right.
That's fine.
Oh,
That's Charlie and player's memory.
You are
So
way off.
yeah, I remember that differently as well.
Charlie remembers saying, "Don't do that," and you said if it comes down to it, I'm going to. If it's different, then we'll settle it when you get up.
Nods in Storyteller.
No, I don't think my problem is what you did. I mean, if I was put in that situation, I'd have no problem doing that. But I know I'm a monster. The problem is that the pillar of stability in our little family, the one that tells us never to tell lies to one another, to be honest and open. You did that. And she points at Harley.
And you've been lying about it.
And lying is one thing, but the fact that it was compounded by the fact that Charlie, you've obviously had Elena. Elena has Harley. And I
You
always
should
felt
have
like I
told
had
me.
Cassandra. But because you wouldn't tell the truth about what you did, now my best friend doesn't trust me. That's evil.
No, she already didn't trust you before that. It's just added to it.
It's good to know.
So here we all are.
Here we all are.
No better than what we were when we first started all this. In fact, we are worse. At least when we first started, we expected each other to turn on one another. You expected me
didn't.
to eat you, Charlie.
We had a past.
I expected Charlotte to just throw us all to the wolves the moment she didn't need us anymore. Cassandra, I expected you not to really do anything, like literally nothing.
Fair.
But through all of this, we all actually formed the familial touch that Cassandra is trying to cling to, but in reality, it was all a lie anyway. It was just an illusion of...
No. No, it wasn't.
was.
No.
We were lying to each other the entire time. You lied to me, I lied to you. Everyone lied to Cassandra and Charlotte lied to everybody, and Cassandra lied to everybody to go do stupid shit. And
Congratulations, we're humans.
no, we're not.
We're on the exact same level as them. What they do. This is what people do. We just have abilities above and beyond them. But
Literally, Harley has been the only person that hasn't lied. He's the only person that I have ever really been able to count on. And I had to stake him and put him at Orpor to keep him from probably dying. The one person that I have been able to count on for decades now is gone from me for I don't know how long. I don't know when I can take that out and it'll be safe.
did he tell you about what he asked Charlotte to do to him? Or did you have to find out with the rest of us?
He didn't remember it.
Because he wanted to erase the evidence of it so that he wouldn't be able to countermand it. As I am very familiar with, omission is part of lying. And as I'm also very familiar with people who care about each other can do awful shit because they care about each other. I can't lose any of you. And I am willing to do quite a bit to make sure that I don't. Quite a bit to make sure that you all don't come into harm's way. Because I'm not going to lose anybody again. I'm not.
How are we supposed to trust you? You could have done this to any of us.
I could have, but none of you were endangering everybody else.
According to Charlotte, I was.
According to you, I am every time I ran off to Connor.
So why did you pick Harley to do it to? You should have done it to me if that was the case. Or to Cassandra. You didn't know about Charlotte's shit until later.
Harley had the longest track record of repeated action, of endangering himself. The first werewolves, the second werewolves, Pentax.
I ate the werewolves.
Mm-hmm. And then he, instead of having you hang back in safety, brought you out front on a hunting mission that then brought you close to frenzy, to where he had to use himself as a meat shield to try to stop you. Harley had the track record of dangerous to himself.
How many more strikes does Elena need?
Yeah,
That's a
this
good
sounds like a
question.
matter of time question.
When is it going to be my turn to be crippled over like that? When am I going to be the one in the hallway screaming in pain? You know, why don't you just go ahead and do it now? Save me the wondering. And hey, maybe it'll keep me from potentially dealing with Sabbat stuff later. Go ahead. Do it already.
You know what makes me special, my clan special. We don't get all the fun stuff, the art and the power and the, we don't even get the ugliness on the outside. We get it inside. We get something that just eats away every day. We can't stop focusing on. We take every day to push back, and it keeps chewing. It just keeps chewing every day, and it's different for somebody else, for everybody else. Like, not everybody. Some people like to count, and some people like to build, and some people like to everybody. We all have something. Just tugging at every thread, every day. And sometimes a thread pops, and we have to try and tie it back together to just fit in. Charlie's bleeding from the spot that he's like demonstrating on at this point. Just every day.
Oh, poor baby.
No, you know what mine is? You know what mine is? Because it's not this. It's not this. This is my focus. This is the stuff that makes me calm. My thing is making sure that everything is exactly where it's supposed to be so that it makes sense to me. My thing is making sure that everything is ordered. It's controlled. And every day, I have to stop myself from doing that, Elena. Every day, I have to stop myself from just making everything make sense and make everything stop being chaotic. It's spiraling and stop fracturing.
Everybody has a demon of their own that they have to sort out.
Try being one of me. I don't have a nice little voice in my head. I have all of them. have every
At least your little voices are somewhat helpful sometimes. Mine just keeps telling me to eat somebody, to do worse things.
and mine tells
Mine
me to
keeps
make
telling
mine tells
me
me
to
make
kill
make
you.
sense. Mine tells me to make all of you make sense.
And mine tells me to eat you. And
I'd rather
her,
that.
and her. And even Harley.
I'd rather that than I'd at least feel like one of you.
This isn't going to work. I want you to leave. All of you. I want you all to leave. Now.
I'll go. You all stay.
No, I want everyone to leave. Now. Just go already.
Charlotte will get up and go.
Okay. It's not right, but okay. And Cassandra will turn and leave.
Charlie will stand up.
You know. I think that I might have loved you a little before all of this happened.
I know that I loved you. That's why I'm willing to tear it all apart to protect you. Same with everybody. I'm not going to stop making sure that you're okay.
You're going to end up killing everyone, if not yourself. You need to stop.
Losing you all is worse. And I will walk out. And I'll close the door.
And that seems like a good part to take a bit of a break. So, how's everybody feeling?
Really good.
Okay. I love how we have like this like heartbreaking moments here, and then it's like, all right, break time. Everybody's like, yeah, we're break.
Mom and Dad are broken up again, and we're going for a break. Come back in 7, everybody. You can't see me. Okay, and we're back. So, just so everybody knows, the character creation rules are on page 136.
Yes.
So we
Yes,
can
yes.
flip there.
You guys hurry
And,
that up. I don't want to wait for too long.
I'm building my Cappadocian.
I'm just gonna use my Ravnos from your one shot. It's fine.
You went
The way
somewhere.
the way I do it, that I suggest for all storytellers to do it, is if you've had a long-running game, so that one character isn't too far ahead of everybody else, just give 25% of what the former character had for XP. So yeah, let's make some characters. No,
All
I'm
right.
kidding. Everybody is leaving. Elena is in the sewers with a staked Harley in their old haven and told everybody to GTFO, and everybody did. And we will begin this particular scene with Cassandra, Charlie, and Charlotte leaving.
Just walking through the fucking sewers on the way back out.
Sloshing your way through the sewers.
Yep. As I'm catching up with these two.
How's this conversation going?
So now what?
It's a great question.
I don't know. I don't know. I only even suggested this whole plan because Harley wanted to just go firebomb the Camarilla in Davenport, and I suggested it so that, like everything else, he and everybody else wouldn't be thrown into danger and death. So I don't know. I
What
don't
do you
know.
want to do, Charlotte?
Is this little plan out the window then?
It doesn't have to be, but I
We're
don't.
down one Nosferatu Primogen.
And if that gets out, it's going to be an issue.
It's going to be very hard to keep doing this plan if we have two Sabbat elders trying to convert us the whole way through. They're more of a problem than the princes right now.
Then what would you suggest?
I'm thinking how to make it make sense.
Why start now? Cassandra, what would you suggest? Nobody seems to ask you for your opinion enough. Sometimes you feel like a bit of a bag flowing in the wind. Whichever way there's a strong breeze, you go. I want to know what you think.
I just want to be happy somewhere. I don't care who's in charge, and I don't care if it's, the prince or the anarchs or us. I don't want to be fighting like this all the time, forever.
And that's a reasonable request. And how can we make you happy, Cassandra?
I don't know if it's that easy now, considering, and she kind of points over her shoulder at the way they came. I'm afraid we might not be able to with the way they are right now.
I want to hope that we can fix it. Gonna
Well,
keep
I don't know
trying
what's
to.
wrong with Elena's brain, but we know Harley's issue. How long does it take to flush that out of the system, like a juice cleanse or pills or something?
It's not the same as a regular one. I don't know how long it takes. That's why I was hoping that what I did to keep him from putting himself in danger would keep him from trying to go back and back and back, and it would actually go away, but then it didn't. And
I don't think a problem like this just goes away.
I think we need to stop trying to fix things and start trying to make something new.
Okay, so I have a question, and Charlie, you're not allowed to get mad. Why is joining the Sabbat so bad? Because, like, hear me out. Harley's already Sabbat. I'd say Elena's like 70% of the way there. Charlotte had one foot in the door like an hour ago. Is it that bad? What if it was just the 5 of us in the Valdair thing, whatever it's called? What if we were our own little pack?
if they are planning on bringing the Sabbat back into power, then when a bishop shows up or rises into power and runs the city, then it's effectively the same as the Camarilla, except it's a bit more religious martial law. It's how it used to be.
Okay,
A lot
but
of,
like so.
That's
a lot
pretty
of you are the sword of Cain, you're the good soldiers, you go fight the fight and kill who I tell you to for the good of everybody. And that's mostly including humans and other vampires. It's a lot of war.
Oh.
I didn't stay in most Sabbat cities very long.
Oh yeah, I'm not into that.
They're fanatical. They were fanatical. I don't know what these ones are like, but the ones I knew were. That's why I stayed away from them. That's why I didn't want us anywhere near these. And they obviously still have some of that if they're doing this multi-level blood bond shit. It's worse than a fucking Avon lady.
I could see how that would be a problem then.
If we don't like how we are pretending to be Camarilla, we're not gonna like how we turn out actually being Sabbat. I mean, God, Charlotte is Camarilla, and I used to be Camarilla. We at least had some experience in it. This is reprogramming.
I don't know if there is an answer here then. We're bad at being Cam. Sabbat sounds horrible. This Anarch thing's not working. This whole setting the city free to live under its own rule thing is going very poorly.
Everything went sideways when Elysium blew up. Maybe you're wrong, Charlotte. Maybe we don't have to build something new. Maybe we do have to put it back. Put it back the way that it was.
Well, we're in as good a position as anyone.
I think we need to get Bastion back and actually back as Prince. Put it back to the way it was supposed to be. Unless we believe that Hazoon can actually do it right. Doesn't seem like it so far.
To be fair,
Have
we
we
haven't really
considered
given him a
talking to-
fair shake. We just kind of were like, nah, we're gonna do it instead, guy.
Where's he been?
Well, probably hiding from the people who have been slowly gathering power and working against him for the past several months. That's what I'd be doing.
I didn't even... You're supposed to introduce yourself to the prince. I haven't even seen him since he was the seneschal. You're supposed to present yourself. Where is he?
I mean, we've gone to exactly one Elysium. What if he was
Normally
at one of the many other Elysiums?
Normally you get summoned. At that point.
Then maybe we should make a point to speak to him. That hasn't been a point that we've made before.
He showed up hoping that he'd be there, and then he wasn't.
I mean, we just kind of took Elena's statement that no, he's scary, and we went, okay.
Which
And
to
that's
that
not to
point,
say he's
Elena's
not.
scary. And if she
Yeah.
thinks he's scary.
But Elena's also a little exaggeratory at times.
If you want to talk
That's a
about things
word.
that need to be fixed, I would start with her.
With Elena?
Yeah. She's not how she used to be.
No.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the whole vampires are the monsters? I need to be the one that defeats them and protects everybody by defeating the monsters.
She needs Jesus. Again.
It all went downhill after the... It all went downhill after the werewolf blood thing and being put into a position where she nearly killed everybody. The thing that I thought I was trying to prevent again, the fix again, it already broke her.
So before we go and fix an entire city, why don't we start with one person as a proof of concept?
I don't know if she wants us to, but I want to.
Oh, Elena doesn't know what she wants.
And you haven't cared about permission before.
I deserve that.
You have to promise you're not going to do that anymore. Not to her or Harley or any of us or me. You have to promise. You have to mean it.
What do I do? What do I do when Harley throws himself into the fire that kills him? Or drags Elena in front of the line again?
That's
You do
their decision to make.
You do everything you can to save them, but you accept that that's who they are. And doing this to them? How is this going any better? Except now, it also gets to be your fault. Instead of just accepting that they are who they are and you love them for that.
Don't want to lose anybody again.
None of us want to lose people, but why is there only 3 of us standing here?
Harley's stuck to the floor, and Elena's back there.
I mean, literally. I was there too, I know.
Regardless, I feel like Elena's going to do something stupid, so
That's a
we should
given.
keep an eye out for that. Cassandra, have you any stupid plans?
Yeah, I'm gonna go see Connor.
Why?
Honestly, Charlie, because I want to.
But what?
She'll be fine.
But why?
Because we made this family. And it's all broken. And I think very soon I'm going to be all on my own again. And the only person I'm going to have is the only family that picked me. And even though he left, He still picked me.
No, I don't. No. No. I'm gonna make a composure resolve roll really quick.
Confess, Charlie. Confess, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, confess. You need Jesus too.
My God, you killed me with that. I about lost.
Okay.
This whole coterie needs Jesus. Let's be
Okay, that's one success.
Y'all need Cain. That's what I'm saying.
I almost got it.
Yeah, that's one success. So I don't think that he is. No.
No?
No. No.
No.
No.
No is your answer.
You want to go to somebody who cares about you, then don't go to him.
Why?
Because
You picked me.
he didn't pick you.
I kind of beg to differ.
No. If he picked you, then he would have stayed with you and would have taught you, would have raised you.
Really? Do I know that?
Yeah.
Or did you tell him to leave?
I didn't tell him.
I don't know what you do.
I didn't tell him to leave.
You can't tell me no. You're not the boss of me.
I know. But don't go to the person. Don't go to the person that wants to take you just because this isn't working. Don't go to the person who wants to actively break things just because this is broken.
We don't know that.
Just it's what he does.
There goes that bag in the wind again.
It's
Which
what
way
he
shall
does.
she blow?
It's what he does. It's what he always does.
I don't know that.
I do.
Well, good for you.
I do know that. And I don't.
Yes, I know that you know my sire better than I do. That's sort of part of the problem here, isn't it?
Don't go to him.
Are you gonna dominate me not to?
No, just no. Don't. I don't want you to go to him. I don't want you to.
I'm sorry.
I don't.
Your opinion is not the only one that matters here.
Don't want you to. I don't want him to. Again.
Cassandra, don't do this out of some sort of teenage rebellion. I'm not here to tell you what to do or what not to do. I'm never here to do that. I just want you to understand that if that is the choice that you want to make, the choice that Cassandra wants to make, not the way that the wind blows, the bag gets legs and walks into a direction, you'll be fine.
No, he's doing the same thing as always. He's giving a pretty face and all pretty promises, and then just does it to hurt. And he always does it to hurt.
Do you know something that we don't?
Yes.
Sounds like it.
I do. I know that this is what he does, and I don't want him to do it again.
Well, I thought we were doing truth o'clock here. Or do we have to go back in there so you
I
can
don't
do it
want him to take you away from me
performatively?
again. Don't want him to take you away from me again. He did it once. I don't want him to do it again. Don't want him to do it again.
What do you mean again?
He didn't choose you. He chose to hurt me. didn't want you. He wanted to spite me. He knew how much you
lying.
meant to
You're
me.
lying because you're a liar.
No. No. He knew how much you meant to me, and he took it because he was mad at me.
Tell me you're lying. Tell me you're lying because you're hurt.
Telling the truth because I'm hurt.
So you're saying I died as a bargaining chip against you. Yeah? That's what we're saying here?
I'm saying that he took you so that I couldn't.
Explain
I'm
more.
I'm saying that he took my choosing you away to abandon you.
I have to go.
Go anywhere you want to, just please not to him.
I have to
all
go
I
far,
ask. That's all I ask.
far
Just
away
not
from this.
not to
You?
him.
You were gonna kill me? You were gonna make me into this? Why? Why?
As you wanted to make something of yourself, and you wanted to make beautiful things, and I wanted to help, and I knew that you would only matter time before it all went away, because people die, and people die, and people are fragile, and your voice would die one day, and then you would die one day. But if I helped, then you could do it forever, and then I could help you, and then we could have my friend. I could have my friend, and I could help, and you, and then he was stupid, and he gambled on the stock market, even though I told him not to, and then he was mad at me, and he said he was going to take from me, and I told him he couldn't take from me because I didn't gamble on the stock market, and then he took you because he knew, and he left you. I think he thought that I would leave you too, instead of still trying to help you.
And at that point, a red haze goes over Cassandra's eyes, because I got Lex to do me a willpower roll, and
And it went
she's
bad.
frenzying.
Yay.
So you're going to attack the thing that made you angry.
Oh, good. Yay. That would be either Charlie or Connor, and I'm assuming Charlie's a lot closer here.
Yeah.
Depends if it made you more angry.
If I had to do the math, let me see. One,
Like
carry
1
the
foot.
2. Yeah, he's a lot closer.
Cool. I am going to go for Charlie's face with my nails.
Dex and Brawl.
Bet you regret that night now, huh?
Oh, that lovely little ink everywhere night.
Nobody ever really dug too deep into that one.
Nope.
They were just sparring.
That's what I was going for.
Quiet, you're staked.
Yeah.
A bad time for a good roll.
Is it though?
Oh no, I think it's a great time. This is gonna be good.
5 successes.
Oh, sweetheart.
Yes.
Charlie, are you resisting this non-feral weapon attack?
Is it Dex and athletics?
If you want to dodge, yes.
Yeah, I rolled 0.
Oh, baby.
You're taking 2 points of superficial damage as Cassandra, just you can tell she's in frenzy. Her blood is starting to trickle out of her mouth, almost like foam like, and she's just clawing at your face. And you'd probably both tumble over at that point.
Yep. And just hit the water.
Ooh, does that bring her out of frenzy?
Charlotte is still bored.
Charlotte's like,
I'm just gonna let them figure it out.
Cassandra just hit sewer water. Does that bring her out of the frenzy?
Yeah. The beast cannot stand against the ick.
The id of the beast is either fight or flight, and upon being submerged head to toe in sewer water, the flight would probably kick in for the
It's time
Toreador.
to GTFO.
Yeah, and you would probably scamper up the nearest sewer grate access ladder.
I'm just gonna lay on my back. Lay my back in the water, just bleeding from the face.
You can see it with the light that is emanating from the sewer lights. You're laying kind of barely in submerged water, and you can see the blood kind of trickle up, and everything's kind of going reddish. So, Cassandra, give me a strength, and let's go with athletics. See if you can move this sewer grate.
Like no joke. That's 1 success on my 1 die, which also means it's a hunger die.
So, what Charlotte notices is they basically tumble over. Cassandra's clawing at Charlie's face, and then upon being kind of submerged, the beast that is Cassandra just reels up in kind of horror and just rage and scampers up the nearest ladder, and then you hear a "Kong" as she collides with the sewer grate and does a point of damage to herself.
Oh, I'm so bad at being a vampire.
The only way I imagined that going. Like, that's perfect, Cassandra, right?
But you can roll willpower if you want to shake out of it now that your bell has been rung.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Ding.
If it's a better roll this time. Do you include hunger dice on willpower rolls in
You do
V5?
not.
Cool. I didn't know.
It's all black dice and whatever willpower you actually have left. In Harley's case,
2 successes.
2 successes. You get sort of start to the just ichor and the human refuse that is dripping down into your eyes is just kind of shaking you out of it, and you're trying to clear it away.
And I'll come back down the ladder.
Yeah, it's a really shitty situation.
Charlie just laying in the water still, just looking straight up.
I want to leave.
There's the sewer hole there. If you make,
Blah 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 blah.
yeah, I'm not submerged. You said almost submerged. You said almost
So
submerged.
it's just this mouth.
Yeah, I imagine it's like this.
Yeah.
There's the sewer right there. If you go down, make 2 rights, 1 left. There's an access port that you can just walk out of.
Good, fine, thank you. And that is where Cassandra will be heading.
Cassandra,
Yes?
do what you want. Don't go where the wind blows.
I love fortune cookie advice. It's my favorite kind. And Cassandra heads out.
Where's Cassandra going?
Oh, Connors.
He's going to have a fire hose probably ready to go.
He's afraid I'm going to Molotov more of his limos.
I forgot we did that.
I didn't.
You're wearing the outfit.
I know!
That was like 20, not even 24 hours ago.
Yep.
Yep.
It was a whole week, though.
Yep.
All right, straight to Connors.
Charlotte, How you doing?
After watching all of this unfold in front of her, she's just going to look and watch Cassandra go. She's going to turn to Charlie, and against her better judgment, she's going to reach down and help him up.
No.
They can sit up.
This is a incredibly expensive suit, which is now going to be donated to the nearest intern. Once
I'll
we
reach
get back
out of the
to Charlotte
water
Industries.
just to her hand. Reach out of the water just to take her hand.
That suit's already fucked. She's been
I
in
mean,
the
yeah,
sewers.
by now, sure, but yeah. I just sit up.
You must feel pretty low right now.
I can't keep anybody safe. I can't make it make sense.
No, you can keep everybody safe. You can't make things make sense, which I know is a problem for you.
It has to
But
make
you can definitely keep people safe.
How do I keep people safe if they keep doing things to hurt themselves and put themselves in danger, and they don't listen when I try to tell them?
Because you can't control the people you care about. What you can do is you can control the situation. Controlling the people you care about is only going to make them resent you. Controlling the situation prevents the situation from hurting them.
Control the situation.
The Connor situation is controlled.
Can I borrow your phone? Mine is wet.
Yes, but please use a wet wipe.
Do you have a wet wipe? I don't have one.
Cassandra's gone with her bag. We should probably leave the sewers first.
Can you... We can't look after Elena if we are out of the sewer.
Where do you think she would go? She's not too difficult to predict. If you were Elena,
we don't want to be there for... We don't want to be there
beware.
where she's going to go.
And where is that?
Back to the building.
But she can't hurt the Sabbat, can they? Can she?
That's not why we don't want to be there. Can I borrow your phone, please?
And she gives you the phone, despite the fact that there's not going to be any reception down here.
I mean, Harley's called me from down in the sewer before.
Yeah, Harley actually has repeaters still set up in that area.
Well,
Yep.
there you go.
Okay. Calling Bo and Rico.
All right. And me without my plaid.
This time.
It rings a few times, and then you hear, hello.
Sheriff Rico, this is Primogen Charlie Lawrence.
I know who this is.
Making sure I'm calling on Primogen Charlotte Ardane's phone. And I actually have it on speaker so Charlotte can hear.
Hi, Rico.
What do you want?
I can report something to you as the sheriff of the city to do as sheriffs do.
Go on.
We report the Zemissi Alexandru and Nix Adan, the Nosferatu, as members of the Sabbat who have been coercing and pushing members of the Primogen Council towards joining. I'm here to tell you as the sheriff so that you can warn Prince Hazoon of a Sabbat incursion into the city as a member of the Primogen Council.
Where are they?
They have forced their way, rather, they've coerced their way into Charlotte Industries. occupying a floor.
You
That's
said
how they got
Charlotte was there, correct?
She was standing next to me.
How coerced was this?
Well, of course, we didn't know they were Sabbat when they were moving in. But thankfully, we've kept an eye on them and learned of the situation. And now we're telling you.
In spite of them attempting on multiple occasions to indoctrinate us into their pack.
Are you there now?
No.
Is the area clear of kindred and or kind?
Kindred, probably. Kind, probably not.
Can you get them out?
Charlotte probably can. Okay. She says yes.
Do so. You have 12 hours.
We'll do it in 1.
You should
And the
probably
line-
move quickly. They're both there.
The line goes dead.
Yeah, and I'll hand the phone back to Charlotte.
You know that's going to drive us further into the cam, right?
I'm controlling the situation so that it can't hurt them anymore.
You learn quickly.
Maybe it'll work this time.
Certainly less heavy-handed. We should probably get out of the sewers. It's disgusting.
Okay. I'll just follow Charlotte wherever she goes.
All right. So, Elena and Harley, how are you guys doing?
Well, Harley is obviously still a torpor. lovingly in torpor.
With a smile on his face, like,
Yeah, about that.
So once
You can-
they have left, Elena is just gonna kind of think for a second in the moment, like, are you here? Oh, come on now. I know one of you motherfuckers is down here already. You're always around. Glitter. Do I need to get glitter?
you see someone with they're leaning up against the wall and they have their knee bent. They're smoking a cigarette. Yeah, I'm here.
I need to do something, and I don't want to leave him here unoccupied by someone else.
Swell.
Do you think that you can handle keeping an eye on him?
Yeah.
I need you to understand, and at this time when she says that, she's going to make it get really dark and the arms come out. I'll make the rouse check.
Rouse
Ooh,
check.
This is going to be so bad.
And
This
I'm
is
gonna
all
darken
such a
it down
bad
a little bit.
idea.
Don't kill
I
Daedalus.
guess-
I'm still good. I'm still good. I'm still
Don't kill
good.
Daedalus.
That
Don't
got
kill-
too dark. What the
I'm
hell?
still good. I'm still good. I got one success on that. I'm good. That's all that matters, right?
Something like that.
But yeah, she's just gonna be like, anything happens to him and you're the one I'm coming for. Do we understand each other?
Define anything. You mean like somebody damages him?
Yes.
Oh,
Someone
all right.
damages him, someone eats him, someone takes his body and moves it somewhere else.
Oh, I'm gonna move it somewhere else. This place is clearly not safe. Anybody
Where do
can
you
get in
think that
here.
you are going to move him to? Because I need to find him.
Well, I'll take him to the crack house that artists go to.
Sularos.
Sure, that sounds right.
Fine. You can take him there. Just keep a low profile because I don't want anybody to see him like this.
All right.
I will find you after, but I'm not kidding. And she's just gonna turn and she is probably going to go. I'm trying to decide whether she's going to use the secret entrance that Harley has that caused him to burn the place in the first place or not. Depends on how difficult I guess that one is.
And for everybody playing the home game, that was in fact Daedalus.
Yes, this is Daedalus.
Any passive security that Harley would have had set up in the past it's gone. It's
Yeah, it's all
Okay.
gone. Everything's clear.
Well then, yeah, using that, and I'm going to go back because I need to ensure that if I can wake Harley up, that they're not going to immediately try to kill him. So yeah, going back to Charlotte Industries.
Well, that's gonna cause problems later.
Mm,
It's gonna
It'll be
cause
fine.
problems. It's going to cause problems now.
It'll be fine. I'll be real fast, in and out. I got 12 hours, right? Real fast, in and out, done.
Something along those lines.
Real fast. It's cool.
Let's head on over to Cassandra.
Things are going better over here.
Are they though?
No.
Just checking. I take it you're making your way to Park Casino.
Yes.
I'm assuming you're texting ahead or letting somebody know rather than just walking in like a live sewer grate.
No, I think I'm just gonna walk in like a live sewer grate.
boss bitch move.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Fair
my
enough.
girl.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a couple of quizzing looks from the security that are there.
I don't care.
And you make your way up to the floor that you know that Connor is on. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna think about knocking, and then I'm gonna be like, "What would Elena do?" And I'm gonna bang on the door instead.
Eventually, you hear the unlocking of the door, and what you recognize as Connor's attaché opens it. Miss Cassandra?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, we lost somebody.
Nope, we're good. We're good.
Nope, we're back.
Camera's in
Everything's
position
fine.
still. We're fine.
Nothing's on fire yet.
And they kind of let you in. He's in the living room, but
Good stuff.
you
And
like
I just
to-
breeze past him.
would you like to freshen up first? Alrighty. He is, sitting in the living room. Cassandra.
Yep.
Hanging around Nosferatu again, are we?
Seems to be my jam lately. Hey, let's cut the small talk. Why'd you embrace me?
What have you heard?
No, I'm not interested in playing your this, that little game. I asked a question. I want an answer.
I embraced you because you have made an excellent Toreador.
That's why you were just sitting in the club and you were like, oh, hey, she'd make an awesome Toreador, and that was it? End of
Yes.
thought, end of discussion. So, like, nothing to do with Charlie at all.
No.
See, he doesn't seem to think that.
I imagine so.
Yeah, he has this whole thing where, like, he was gonna do it and you stole me because of some kind of, I don't know, betting thing.
I did lose a bit on the stock market that year. I'm willing to admit.
So it had nothing to do with vengeance against Charlie. He's just a crazy egomaniac who thinks it's all about him.
He is a Malkavian.
Fair enough. I don't know that I believe you.
I fully admit that's fair.
So prove it.
Prove what?
Prove that you did it because you wanted me. Prove that it wasn't vengeance against Charlie.
How would you propose that I do that?
I don't know. You're the one with the fancy entrances and the fancy plans and the status and the casino. You tell me how you're going to prove it.
Well, first, let's go out and discuss, shall we? Let's get you cleaned up. And he snaps for his attaché. You know her size. Get her whatever she needs. Let her use the shower. Let's get you out of those clothes, because I know better than most that Toreador aren't quite themselves when they're...
Okay. And you
And he-
think about how you're going to prove it.
leaves you to it. And he's going to probably try to get you a Snickers, but you don't eat them because you're not yourself when you're covered in sewer shit.
I was just
When
gonna
you're
say,
yelling at people.
did he just like vampirically, like the vampiric equivalent of, hey, yeah, you need a Snickers?
Basically, he was like, wow, you're gross right now.
Here, Cassandra, have a Snickers.
Not dealing with your ass like this. No.
So we're going to jump over to another scene. Where is Charlotte going?
She's with Charlie.
Where's Charlie going?
Following Charlotte to
Get the people out.
to Charlotte Industries to get people out.
And that's when everything went sideways.
Mhm.
So, you make your way back to Charlotte Industries. You're definitely going to have to replace this particular limo or get somebody to burn it for you. Sure, Elena could probably arrange that.
When we're talking again, of course.
Yeah. And it's Elena, and that gets there first.
And I go straight up to the Trevor floor.
To the
Hashtag meat
Trevor
room.
floor.
Might be the last time we do this. Hashtag meat room.
As per usual, the finger lattice opens as the elevator door opens, and you can see that Alexandru and Nixodon are still there. Elena.
Surprised to see me?
Yes, actually.
Imagine that. Finally get one over on me, I suppose. What do you want with Harley?
Same thing we want with the rest of you, for you to join the Sabbat.
It's not what I mean. You mentioned punishment, I think, or something along the lines of punishment, and then suddenly he needed to come back here. But I took care of that. So I need to know, what is it you're planning to do to Harley?
That is a Sabbat internal matter. You don't qualify unless you drink.
I'm here to potentially negotiate,
Go on.
because you're not getting him back. I made sure of that. What are you planning to do?
Again, that is a Sabbat internal matter.
Looks like you're going to have to find a new pawn because you don't have him anymore.
And you, my little Spanish sacrificial lamb, do not qualify.
How long have you known about that? Just curious. How long have you known all of just everything about me in general? Like the
Answer-
entire time?
I hate to do the Camarilla thing of answering your question with a question, but in this case, it's quite appropriate. What makes you think that I wasn't there too?
Oh, I need to make a willpower roll. I need to make a willpower roll on that.
So much willpower this game.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, we're
It's almost like things are going badly.
Oh. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Keep it together. Were you?
I was.
Hmm.
In fact, one might even say that I helped pick you out of that crowd.
God damn it.
Willpower again.
Good. I'm still good. I'm still good. Oh God. Okay.
And you with your humanity being where it is, your beast is definitely clawing at the back of your head saying, Elena,
Mm-hmm.
get them.
No, I would, but you kind of kept me from doing that, remember?
I told you to join them, and you still can.
Yeah, I kind of want to eat them instead, though, right now, but tricky, aren't you? All right. Good to know. I'm really curious about something. How fucking crazy did they all go when I just disappeared like that? Just gone. How upset were they? All of them.
Well, in the Sabbat, people can be replaced, but you were chosen very specifically. You were to...
Die at dawn, I know I got that much.
No. You were never supposed to die at dawn. You were meant to believe that you were to die at dawn, but you were meant for better things in the Sabbat. And you still can be.
Biggest regret of that night, all of that, is not seeing the look on the faces when they didn't have a lamb to sacrifice anymore. Whether you and my sire, who I don't know who it is, interesting enough, whether that was part of the big grand plan or not, to see those looks, that would have been worth it all.
You are
Nonetheless,
truly a child of La Sombra.
enough of that. Back to Harley.
Again, it is an internal Sabbat matter. You can
Fine.
join if you want.
Fine. Let's say that I join. I have conditions, if that's going to be the case.
Go on.
Nothing can happen to Harley.
He will need to be punished.
No.
We weren't going to kill him.
No.
He's far too valuable of an asset.
Nothing happens to Harley.
If you join.
At least I know now that you're not going to kill him if I don't.
We wouldn't kill him anyway.
I want you to leave him alone. If I were to join, you leave him alone.
That is up to him.
I don't need you pulling his strings anymore.
Again, up to him.
I know how your hierarchy goes. Put him under my control. That's what I want.
Will you continue the vinculum with him?
I will.
when we meet once a week, then we will do the vernaculum. Other than that, he is yours.
Good. And Charlie and Cassandra and Charlotte are not part of this.
Again, if they wish to join, that is up
If
to
they
them.
wish to join, that's whatever. I don't think you're going to have that issue. I don't want you to do anything against them.
We won't move against them, for sure.
Good. They go unharmed.
I had never had any intention of harming them to begin with. Unless things had gotten violent here earlier, one has to be able to defend oneself.
Fine.
And a kind of flesh pillar comes up with the glass, with the goblet. If you can, bleed into this.
She's gonna cut her wrist open
And Alexandru takes the goblet with his incredibly long pinky finger, dips it in and stirs it around. Drink.
You first.
It's tradition for the new one to go up.
Oh, come on. I'm special, remember?
You are special, yes. But not that special. Not yet.
Fine.
and she'll drink it.
He will then drink and pass it on to Nixodon.
Do me a favor. One. Actually, there's going to be two of this. I need somebody that is a little older than me to be willing to give me their blood.
Well, we won't give you our blood. What do you need it for?
It doesn't have to be yours. It's somebody that's older than me. More potent.
What is it for?
I told you that Harley wasn't going to be your pawn anymore and that he was out of commission for the moment.
Go on.
I staked him.
Just take the stake out.
He's got to wake up. You've got to have blood to make somebody wake up.
Not with a stake, child. Unless you've kept him staked for weeks at a time and he falls into natural torpor.
Not yet, but that's good to know. I might use that sometime. And one more thing. This. For a long time I didn't know what it was, but it has the La Sombra symbol on it, and I kind of gathered where it came from after a while. Give it back to him. I don't want it.
Soon enough, you'll be able to give it back to him yourself.
I look forward to that.
She's going to turn and start to leave.
All right. So the other two arriving at Charlotte Industries have just arrived.
Oh dear. I'm in trouble.
I guess we'll just go up. I guess we'll go and... Can you just like mass text people to go home, or?
Oh, they're already gone. I texted them.
Okay, do we just wait for her to show up then here? So
Which floor have you gone to? Have you gone?
I don't
to
think we have yet.
No.
We've read like the entrance that Elena came in.
Charlotte gets a text from Sandra saying Elena has gone up to the meat
That bitch.
place, meat thing.
That bitch.
And Charlotte shows Charlie her phone and says, "Predictable as always."
Just gonna walk in to the elevators. Are any of them moving, or are they just?
One of them's coming back down.
Then I'll wait in
Feel
front
free
of
to get in the elevator though and go back up.
If I see that, I'm just gonna wait.
Fuck.
Is Elena going down to the ground floor?
Mm-hmm.
Ding.
She's just gonna go start to walk past him.
I'm assuming they're not dead, and you're not dead. So what was the third option?
What do you think, Charlie?
There are many cards at play.
Don't wake Harley up yet.
Why would I not?
Because in anywhere from 20 minutes to 11 hours, we have another card at play.
And if what I think you did happen,
You
you
don't
might
know
want
what
to
I
join
did.
Harley.
I just wanted to make sure that they weren't going to hurt him.
There's only so many ways that you can do that.
And in 20 minutes to 11 hours, they won't be able to.
I hope you're right.
I do too.
But considering how long they've been around and what all they've done and seen, I'm pretty sure that they have contingency plans after contingency plans after contingency plans.
Maybe. They don't have to have them here, though. They can have them somewhere else.
Perhaps you should set a fire. Just a suggestion, considering that you invited their number one containment facility to house them perfectly.
For everyone in the lobby right now, give me a wits and awareness.
Oh fuck. This is never good.
Yeah, sometimes isn't.
No, it's never.
Totally good.
Everybody
6.
at home, take a drink.
5.
Elena, in her kind of turning and kind of talking over her shoulder to Charlie, when you turn your head back, you start to notice that there's a van that's pulled up.
Expecting
And-
guests, I take it?
People are kind of coming out. They have like the white construction hats on, and it looks like they're kind of moving around with certain large duffel bags of equipment, and they're taking some things out and putting them near the base of the building.
I don't have to set a fire.
We should probably go.
We should. Don't wake Harley up, and I'll walk ahead of Elena.
I will go out. And as soon as I get out, I am making my way to Sula Rose.
I'll just watch her head off and look back to Charlotte. Sorry about your building.
Insurance.
Does insurance cover demolition? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think
Charlotte's
it
insurance
Prize
does.
demolition.
The Camarilla's
Illegal demolition,
go-to
sure.
is a gas explosion. Come on.
That's true.
Are you concerned that she's going to get some kind of call of the wild and be drawn back into that building?
I want to believe that her belief in resisting that sort of thing is strong enough.
Oh, but she's stupid.
I think that her want to protect Harley will override that.
Fair enough.
I'm going to watch it happen. You can go if you need to.
Yeah, it would be a bad look if I was caught on camera.
Mm-hmm.
And Charlotte is going to take one last limo over to
the rest of your limos have probably cleared out with
Yeah.
bundles of your interns.
You should have just sent them a text message. A party at the penthouse.
Yeah.
Charlie's going to go unseen once Charlotte walks away because everybody else is like facing the building and whatnot. This looks like it's going to take a while for them to do.
Oh yeah.
Charlie's going back inside.
Yeah, let's do a what would be a good roll for that? This will probably be the last scene
Stupidity
too
roll?
for the evening. Let's do an intelligence and science.
Okay.
Or tech.
Tech, please. 2 successes.
Yeah, you figure that this would probably they'd be done setting the things up that they're setting up around midday.
Okay. Then, yeah, plenty of time. Charlie, unseen, goes back inside and takes the elevator up to about middle floor. And still he'll drop it for this. He'll do it again on the way back out. He doesn't have any particular order of things, but using a couple of duffel bags that he imagined Harley probably has in his room, he's going to gather as many things from Harley, Elena, and Cassandra's rooms as he can carry.
All right.
Just quietly, just pack them. He doesn't know like if any of them are significant or the music box will go in there, but just as much as he can carry.
Ashes, get the ashes.
Pretty much if it's not nailed down and it can fit into a duffel bag, he's gonna wind up carrying it.
Enjoy going through Cassandra's whirlwind room.
He's literally just gonna grab things that look. He's gonna grab the things that look either the prettiest or that look like they'd actually mean something.
The only thing of import you're going to find that you can actually physically carry out is going to be Harley's laptop.
I was going to say laptops and phones is what he's going to grab from Harley's place. And Harley's mask if it's there.
Yep.
Aww.
And then just sling just both duffel bags over his shoulder and succeed again on unseen. And then just because he figures Charlotte probably like had people take stuff at this point. Yeah. That one's fine. And then he's just gonna back down and walk back out unseen. Just walk back to his place.
All right.
With all the stuff.
And this seems like a fairly good spot to cut off this particular episode. With Cassandra getting hosed down with fire hoses, just get all the junk out. Harley, in a pile of junk in the sewers, just put a stake through his heart.
He's in Sula Rose now
With his new best friend.
Yeah.
with Daedalus.
Just wait till you see what happened there.
Oh God! I said as long as he's unharmed. That's all I said.
And
Unharmed.
that's specifically what he was going for. He's not
He's
gonna
gonna
be
have like
posed.
Sharpie all over him. Like
He's
a
gonna be
mustache
bedazzled.
hat on.
He's
He's gonna be posed in like a tea party, like taking a drink. Like
He glittered him head to toe.
Bedazzled him to get back at Elena.
He's gonna be reading from his memoirs to Harley as a captive audience. Like, what do you think about this part?
Oh God, the biggest torture of all.
And then I was down in LA with some, I don't know, weird.
Everybody had
Really took
protein.
over.
It was odd.
Yeah.
We can go in the day sometimes.
But only if we ate a lot.
So let's do a quick round table of everybody. First, let's do a vibe check. Make sure that everybody's feeling okay.
Pretty good.
Good.
Let's.
This was the stomp on Charlie episode.
Yep.
Right?
Elena still loves Charlie. She's just really fucking mad at him right now.
I'm not sure Cass
really.
still loves Charlie.
Elena still loves him. She's just mad as fuck at him right now.
You haven't taken the steak out yet. That's all I'm gonna fucking say.
If it makes you
No,
feel any
and
better,
that's
you're
what's
cool
gonna
with
be
Charlotte.
and Charlotte
yeah.
continue to do nothing wrong.
Charlotte was really good this episode.
I know. I'm so
was.
proud of Charlotte.
We did not be evil.
Ish.
Such a low bar, and none of us are passing it.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that, you'd have to dig to get under this bar at this point.
Yeah.
Some of you are digging.
I just now have to figure out, like, we can discuss it in the after hours.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a quick roundtable of everybody to let everybody know where you're going to be at. Let's start with the person who lost the most this episode. And Charlotte, take it away.
I just lost a building that I'm going to get back. They lost love and friendship.
That's fucking fair shit, man.
I'm Brennan. I played Charlotte, the Ventrue Primogen. Those are my links. That's my Twitter. I'm going to be on Sam's game at some point, and that's it.
You need to get me that information.
I do.
It's the twist ending of it's actually 12 candles instead of 10.
Right.
And Charlie.
Hi, I'm Zachary Vaudo, played Charlie, Lawrence, D, Malkavian, and Primogen. That's my Twitter handle, and those are my links. ETL by Night is still in our off season, but we're doing things like postseason interviews, which we just wrapped all those up, and now we're going to be doing some game nights and whatnot. So you can check us out on twitch.tv/ATL by Night on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern for that. You can check out the most recent one-shot that I ran on Martley Games, Last Kindred Standing, over there, where I ran 5 Kindred through a battle royale, and we'll see how they did. You can find me over on Gehenna Gaming at the end of the month. We have rescheduled Crash Pandas. And so last Saturday in the month, we'll be sending boys from Gehenna and somebody from Carrion Comfort Studios through that crazy little one shot. And if you are Atlanta local, or if you are flying in for DragonCon, you can find me on stage playing with a band called the Gothsicles Sunday night. We are in the headlining spot, 1:30 a.m., the final day of DragonCon. So if you're going, hope to see you there.
I have 2 things to say about that. First, the last Kindred Standing, the ringer is the word you're looking for. You put them through the ringer.
Sure.
And the second thing is, if you do happen to go to DragonCon and see the Gothsicles, request the Konami code, because that is one of my favorite songs by them.
I mean, do you think we're going to go to a geek convention and not play a song about the ultimate cheat code?
Next up is Elena.
Hi, everyone. I'm Samantha Flaherty. I was Elena Cortez. I don't even know if I want to be able to
Revelation princess of the episode.
The Revelation princess. Yeah, last week I was the Molotov cocktail princess. Now I am the Molotov princess. Now I'm the Revelation one. This is fantastic, guys. It's great. Everything's fine. Anyways, links. There's a link tree somewhere in the chat. I'm going to be running a 10 Candles game at some point, as soon as Brennan gets me his information, because he's the last one that I'm waiting on right now.
Yeah.
Publicly shamed twice on stream now.
If you can't be a good example, be a warning. That's all I'm saying.
No, I love you, Brennan, and Zach. I love you so very much. No hard feelings on the episode. I always love doing these lovely little scenes with all of you guys. Same with you, Lex and Patrick. I'm so sorry that you're still staked.
What am I, chopped liver? Like, what is going on?
I'm not done yet. You're the storyteller also. You're just the one that turns his lights on and off to represent the shade we throw.
Shut off your lights.
That counted as shade too.
Yes.
Exactly. No, no, seriously though, yeah, totally. If it wasn't for you, all of us wouldn't be together and having this fun little adventure of fucked upness that we are on.
Putting everyone through the emotional ringer.
Man, have you? It's great. Also, I'm gonna be in a Cult of the Blood Gods game. Shit, I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah.
That's releasable now, isn't it? I just
You start production next week. Yes.
oops. I didn't know.
You better hope it's
Hashtag
okay
oops.
to have said it.
T-shirts
Too
are in
late
the
now.
chat.
You didn't say with who.
Yeah, Cult of the Blood Gods on Onyx Path. I'm gonna be playing a fantastic little Hakata named Minerva, who's got lots of little secrets that I wonder if anybody can figure out. Only one person has been able to figure it out so far. And yeah, I think that's it. I know that there's more. I don't remember all of it. There's things and stuff, and follow the links. You'll see all the things, and I love you guys. Mwah.
There's lots of stuff and things. They're over there in the chat. Next up is the person who unfortunately did not get that much to do this particular episode, which is Harley.
We're gold. We are gold. Hi, Patrick Gill, creative director at Martlet Games. I love everyone on screen. Zach, you're my boy. Love you, man. We have so much production stuff going on right now. Sam talked about the Blood Gods game. We're going to be launching a sister show. I don't want to say the working title on a channel that's not mine, but yeah, it's going to involve the Hekata. There's going to be some Carrying Comfort people involved. It's going to be wonderful. Lots of stuff. Linktree. Love everybody. Mwah.
Mwah.
And last but certainly not least is Cassandra.
Hi, I'm Lex. I was Cassandra. I'd call me runner-up for Revelation Princess tonight. I have neither
Absolutely.
things nor stuff, so you can see me here doing this. Hopefully sometime late summer, early fall, kind of September-ish. You can keep an eye out for my horror game, Skin Deep, which should be going into production real soon as I start getting character sheets from some people.
Hi.
Ooh, everybody's getting called out for lack of getting their shit together tonight.
My turn. You're in my game, Lex. Give me some slack.
No. That's pretty much it for me. Please follow my links. I will be posting very sad things about this game because Sandra's very sad. That's it for me. Bye.
And I am Storyteller Steve. You can sort of see my hand there.
Oh, there.
Yeah,
you
I'm one of
are.
those. I'm one of those people that has to get a character sheet deluxe.
Yeah, huh?
Also, this is the tail end of the first week that we have a semi-full production schedule. We still have ASMR with Lex. ASMR.
Aren't you missing a letter there?
This is
We
the
have-
letter.
Sucks to your ass, Mar.
By the way, I just want to say the new hashtag is WWED. What would Elena do?
That'll be our raid call.
Yeah.
So yeah, the TSR with Lex, no ASMR with Lex, will be starting as soon as I get the new computer in, which is coming soon. Hopefully,
Shit, I better make some more of that stuff.
yeah, you probably should. Called out.
Zach, you're free and clear.
Yeah,
Everyone
Or
yell
Zach-
at Zach now.
yeah. Let's
Oh no, wait, he got that all game.
let's get Zach to do ASMR, so we have like the guys and the girls covered for ASMR.
Yes.
Yeah, have Zach talk us out this time.
You're more likely to get that than you are a calendar.
I don't know. I'm going to Atlanta tomorrow to see my dear friend Zach over there and check out some LARP stuff that I'm planning in the future. So
Take at
maybe
least 12 photos.
No.
that calendar go.
Who are we rating over to? Who am I doing all this?
One sec, I'm not done my segment.
Okay.
Yeah, we had the semi-full production schedule. Changeling is off for the next 2 weeks because people have some real life stuff to take care of. So join us this week coming up. We've got Tuesday D&D, we've got Sunday D&D tomorrow, we've got the full slate on the Vampire Takeover on Saturdays. Then in 2 weeks from now, Changeling will be returning, so we'll have like all 5 shows spread out amongst the thing. And I think soon after that, we're going to be going on break because we're waiting until week 9, after week 9, to go on break. To because we're balancing things out. If people can't make it, it's all good. So yeah, we're gonna raid over to Rolling These 20s with some Philly by Night. Zach, you want to take us out?
Get it, Zach.
Thank you for watching Vancouver Adjacent by Night. We'll be rolling into Rolling These 20s for Philly by Night. Have a good evening.
Yay, I'm so happy.